Hey guys, it's Merch, and today I have a Carry All, Worry None, Dude Bro support set for you guys. I got the idea for this set from a friend of mine's set, and I kind of put my own little spin to it. It'll probably be similar to others you've seen online, but this one focuses on a more aggressive playstyle, so let's get into it. First, I want to talk about the weapon we're going to be using because it is a very important part of the build, obviously, and that is the Gamma Horn 2, the final form hunting horn from the Dorogama tree. It has 798 attack at base, 150 blast, which is okay, 2 level 2 jewel slots, and 2 augment slots. The cool part about this weapon is that the augments you put on it are completely up to you. I have a slot augment, so I can fit a Horn Maestro jewel, and a defense increase augment, and I'll explain why. If you take a look at the overall loadout's defenses down there in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see that they're actually pretty good. Even those on the negative side, the worst one that you have is a -3. This means that for the most part, you will be protected in almost every situation, which means that all those defense boosts you get will have much higher value. With other DPS heavy sets, you usually have multiple resistances in the negative by quite the margin, so getting a defense boost is pretty much pointless. But having a high defense rating with good resistances means you'll be pretty beefy. Of course, that's my reasoning for it, but if you're not into it, you can augment literally anything else in here, although I would strongly advise against augmenting for an affinity increase, since this isn't a crit-focused build and you won't get much use out of that. Even though we are going to be carrying an affinity booster, that will mostly be put in place for your teammates. After all, this is a support build. Another reason why I'm using this horn is because it has attack up large, defense large, and health boost large. Personally, I love these and I would highly recommend them. That being said, knowing how to proc these is the most important part of playing Horn. It's almost like playing a fighting game. You gotta remember the combos, and knowing when to use which one. Attack large is triangle, circle, triangle plus circle, triangle, and then R2. If you do this twice, you'll get a delicious attack up XL, which is extra large. Defense up is triangle, triangle plus circle again, and then triangle, and finally R2. Just like attack up, if you do this one twice, you'll get a juicy defense up extra large. Health boost isn't one you'll use all that often, because there are better ways of healing yourself and your teammates, but it's a good damage combo and can come in clutch when you're all hitting the monster at the same time and suddenly get hit by a heavy attack or something. To set it up, it goes circle, triangle plus circle, circle, then triangle, and finally R2. Even though this set is focused on a more aggressive, in the monster's face playstyle, if you don't want to be that guy, you just kind of want to stay away from the fight, like a little bitch, you can just continuously cast this and nearly guarantee your teammates immortality, basically. With that out of the way, let's get into the armor. The helmet I'm going to be using is the Wiggler helmet. If you guys don't have this or didn't get it when the event quest was active, don't worry about it. The event quests are on rotation and it'll come back at some point in the future, so keep your eyes peeled. Again, if you don't have it, feel free to use whatever else fits your personal playstyle or something similar like maybe the Moss Swine mask or a helm that has 2 or 3 level 1 slots so you can outfit them with wide range jewels. The chest piece is the Commission Jacket Beta, which you unlock after completing the White Winds of the New World or Sapphire Star's Guidance quest. The gauntlets are the Dober Vambraces Beta, Nergigante Coil Beta, and the Dober Greaves Beta. Now let's go over the jewels. The horn itself has 2 level 2 slots and the 1 level 1 slot that I added from the augments, and I have 2 KO Jewel 2s and 1 Horn Maestro Jewel 1. The Horn Maestro Jewel is kind of obvious. You should have it on pretty much any of your hunting horn builds. Even if you are continuously recasting these, it's just nice to have. You never know what may happen. And the 2 KO jewels, we are using a blunt weapon, so these come in pretty handy. You can provide support to your team by knocking out the monster, and it just increases your utility overall. The Wiggler helm has 2 level 1 slots, which I've outfitted with a Satiated Jewel and a Friendship Jewel. Satiated Jewel gives us free meal, which gives us 25% chance to not actually consume a consumable. So in other words, you'll get free potions and shrooms 25% of the time, and considering we're going to eat a lot of consumables, this is just great. The Commission Jacket has a level 1 slot, which I've outfitted with a Gobbler Jewel. The Gauntlets have 2 other Gobbler Jewels to round out speed eating. Again, since we're going to be using a lot of consumables, this comes in pretty clutch. The Coil has a level 2 slot that I've outfitted with a KO Jewel. And the Greaves have a level 1 slot that I've outfitted with an attack jewel, but you can replace this with whatever you want. Vitality Jewel, Divine Blessing, whatever you want, really. It doesn't really matter. As a whole, this will give you level 5 attack boost, maxed out wide range, maxed out Slugger, maxed out Speed Eating, maxed out Mushroomancer, Horn Maestro, free meal, and a spare stamina surge perk that we get from the gauntlet. So you might be asking yourself, why do I have an attack boost level 5 and a maxed out Slugger in a support build? Those are usually offensive skills, right? The reason why is because since we're using a hunting horn, which is a blunt weapon, we can hit the head a whole bunch and stun the monster. This set is focused around supporting your teammates in every single way possible, and knocking out a monster providing CC is another way of doing that. So now you can heal, you can buff, and you can CC monsters for your teammates to wail at. Not only that, but in a team, usually you wouldn't want your hunting horn player to just sit in the back and cast songs, so this will help you help your teammates just a little bit by having an additional bit of damage. Hunting horns do hit pretty hard, all things considered, for being a support item. So there you go. Anyways, guys, that is going to be my support set, focused on Mushroomancer, wide range, and using the hunting horn to bash the crap out of people and buff the hell out of your teammates. If you are struggling trying to farm some monsters or whatever, just feel free to set this build up and go on SOS flares. Anyway, I'll be posting some other set videos in a little bit, so subscribe if you guys want, and like the video if you enjoyed, and by all means, if you guys have any build suggestions or sets, leave them in the comments and I'll gladly check them out. So that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later.